Signs he is flirting. I don't know why I made those hand movements. In all seriousness, this video is gonna reveal whether a man is flirting with you or whether he's just being nice. Because men are hard to read, you don't want to make a mistake by thinking your crush is flirting if he was just being nice. This risks major embarrassment, you screwing up your chance with him, or risking a very bad rejection. I refuse to let you have that fate, and that's why this video will make sure that you never mistake friendly banter for flirting. I expose my litmus test to reveal the truth about how he really feels about you and avoids you risking embarrassment, and it makes him interested instead. So, hello, it's Erin, your personal love expert, back again on the channel where we make men make sense. VixenDaily, if you want to learn whether he's flirting or not, write "I'm ready" right now in the comments while the intro plays. Now, this video has been requested so many times, so I hope that you guys enjoy, but before we dive in, I have a very small favor to ask. If you like this video, any of my videos, anything about me, what I'm wearing, love advice, give me a like, a thumbs up, share, subscribe, tell people all about it. Now let's dive into sign number one. Sign number one is that he touches you. Now, this is a show of romance that you cannot misinterpret. It's one of the powerful ways to flirt, and it gives you this hint. Has he crossed the line between friendly banter into flirtatiousness? And if you're asking yourself, does he like me? This sign that he is interested is gonna be very key. If he wants your body, he's definitely flirting with you. Remember that. If he touches you, it shows he's interested in escalation, the powerful and gradual progression of the flirtation. Sign number two, he makes comments relating to romantic encounters or attraction. So he says comments implying attraction. He jokes about you and him having romantic encounters, quote, quote. So things such as dirty innuendo, dirty jokes, talking about those types of things. It's all about creating situations where he's not friend zoned. Men have this inner obsession, if you will, with getting out of the friend zone. So they want to kind of say things that will signify that they're not just a friend. They want to say things that are related to things that are kind of, you know, not friend-like. And if you notice him doing that, that's a very yay positive sign. Number three, he looks for things in common. So he wants to relate to you and show that you're similar. So even if it's friendship, and yes, this could be friendship, most men don't just talk to women about their common interests unless they have some other agenda or motive. Not to say that it's a bad agenda, but it's an agenda of wanting to make sure that you know you have things in common and that there's some kind of a mutual attraction and interest. This is an easy way to know if a guy likes you. Now, sign number four is an even easier way to say if a guy likes you or not. If he asks if you have a boyfriend, hello, he's obviously flirting with you. I mean, why else would he want to know if you have a boyfriend? Whether you want an office romance, a casual summer fling, or a long-term relationship, if you end up thinking about this topic, is he flirting? You're gonna see some interest that he will express when a guy cares about your love life. So if you end up kissing him, it's gonna be because he knows that you don't have a boyfriend. He needs to know that you're open to dating, and it's kind of funny because guys often need to almost mark their territory. It's kind of cute when they have a desire to move things further. And when it comes to love, my advice about how to tell if he likes you or not is gonna often mention this tip. He's caught feelings if he's asking about your dating life. Remember that. Sign number five, he grooms himself more around you. So I have a story for you. Once a woman I knew and helped with her love life and coached, mistook a guy being super metro for being super into her. He was really into face products. Like, he had this cleanser called The Cure from Japan. He had all sorts of SkinCeuticals, you know, stuff, like thousands of products. Natura Bissé, I said that completely wrong, but it's a really epically expensive skincare brand. Just great stuff, kind of like American Psycho, if you've seen the movie, just the best, the creme de la creme of products. So she said, oh my goodness, this guy being super into this stuff means that he really likes me. And it was this weird jump because she saw this on a video or an article somewhere that, you know, oh, this guru said that him being super into grooming means he likes you. No, it doesn't. A guy could just be into grooming because he's into grooming. The sign alone is not enough. Grooming oneself does not mean that the guy's flirting. However, if he's usually not well groomed and all of a sudden he is, then he's probably into you. Do you see the difference? It's called contrast. So when women want to know how to get a guy to like you, they automatically do things to look more attractive too. Hello, it's the same for a guy who likes you too. Just look at it that way. Okay? Now, sign number 6 is that he gets jealous if you flirt with other men. Your relations with other men are very, very key here, because why would he get jealous if he was not interested in you as more than just a friend? Think about it logically. There is no reason for that. Sign number 7, he wants to get drunk together. I mean, okay, when you drink, you end up losing inhibitions, okay? Right? So if he wants to get drunk together, it means that he has some kind of interest in letting loose, and he wants you guys to be free and express yourselves. So it could be a sign. It might not be 100%, but it is definitely a sign. Now, I want to make something clear, because what we do on this site is we expose the winning perspectives, and that's what I'm going to give you right now. We often think that we have to know the answer to whether someone is into us or not, but the fact is, the signs are not important as this risk-free and embarrassment-free way of looking at flirting that will change your whole perspective on what flirting even is. Flirting is a gray area of relationships. So it's one of the few true gray areas when it comes to relationships and the dynamic between men and women. Flirting is not supposed to be something clear. It is supposed to be, by design, ambiguous. The ambiguity is the essence of flirting, okay? That's a very important part to remember, because here is how flirting works. At every step of flirting, one person says or does something that could be interpreted as expressing attraction or could be interpreted as being nice. Then the other one responds the same way back with something that could be interpreted as expressing attraction or could be just being nice. And back and forth and back and forth, this dance continues. The reason flirting exists is specifically to be ambiguous. It's so that you can save face if the other person isn't interested, and you can play it off like you were just joking or just being nice or whatever it is, and the same goes for them. That's a way to save face, test the waters, and make sure you or the other person are gracefully spared from embarrassment and rejection if the other person isn't feeling it. Flirting starts small and goes a little bit further each time you and the other person pass it back and forth. It's gradual, and you simply take it further each time if he's taking it further. You put a small feeler out there, and if he responds to it well, you then put out a stronger feeler, and this dynamic continues until it is clear that both of you have taken it farther than you ever could have if there was no flirting going on, okay? Flirting takes 2 people to do it, and this is how you should look at it, because trying to go from 0 to 60 will make you confused, and guess what being confused does? When you're confused, you give off a bad vibe where the man feels you're trying to jump the gun, which gives off desperate energy, and having desperate energy is a known turn off to men. You might wonder, what is desperate energy? Well, it is simply the need to make something happen and decipher the situation. This kills the momentum of the flirtation, makes you unable to see if you even like him, and completely kills your in-the-moment vibe, which is essential and is an absolutely essential ingredient that you need in order to attract him. So the process of flirting is essential for both men and women to get comfortable with the other person. Don't block the process. So how do you know the way to correctly flirt? You know you are flirting right, okay? When you don't focus on whether he likes you or not, you're simply focusing on trying to get to know him more and seeing if you like him and whether the dynamic continues naturally. Don't think that you should know the answer right away, because neither of you even know whether it is a good dynamic, and sooner or later it will be obvious. If things never go beyond a level where it is super clear, then he most likely stopped the flirting dynamic or never was flirting in the first place, and all you can do is take things as they come. Now, I'm not saying that you should pretend to not be interested at all, but what you really should be doing is you should not overshare and over-expect right away. If things have been going on for a while and you're still unsure, then just be fun to be around and pleasant. Now, before I go on, I just want to point something out that's very valuable for you to know, because what we do on this channel is, in all of my videos, Maybe this is the first video you've ever watched by me, or maybe you already subscribe to this channel and you watch all of my videos, but what I want to point out is that what I just started to give you is the perspective. So what the perspective is that makes your love life work. And perspective is what really makes your love life effortless, easy, and just plain work the way you've always wanted it to work. It makes a difference between whether you're feeling totally worried, confused, and frustrated, or if things make perfect sense and you feel clear, confident, and your relationship just plain works without any stress. So regardless of whether or not you subscribe to this channel, when you watch my videos, no matter what it's about, I want you to always pay close attention to the perspective I show you, because that's where 90% of the power comes from to make your love life great. So very, very important. Now let's get back into something that is very important for you to just learn. Being pleasant and fun to be around is the key here to maximize your chance of getting out of that friend zone and continue the flirtation. The friend zone happens when you're desperate and needy. So really make it an important part of your day to review what I described about the nature of flirting. The nature of flirting is gonna unlock the truth about why you've been confused your entire life about flirting. Don't pretend to not be interested. Don't also go to the opposite extreme and give the guy a bunch of desperate energy right away. Just feel things out, reciprocate when he reciprocates, keep things even, do more when he does more. If it goes somewhere, then great, and if it doesn't, there's no harm, no foul. You do not risk embarrassment, and you're pleasant and fun to be around the entire time, which again will maximize your chance of him flirting back, and if it doesn't work out, it was never going to in the first place. So there you go. I hope this helped. Be sure to comment as well with your thoughts on this topic and any questions that you might have, and of course subscribe to the channel for more love advice so you can get to have the love life that you really want. And I will see you next time.